Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hop on in, everyone. Let's have a massive day. We are figuring it out here. We're going live. Listen, we got a full card up on SoBet, as always. Full card up on SoBet. We've got a bunch of NBA plays. We got a bunch of NBA props. We got college football play just dropped on SoBet. We've got highlight plays on SoBet. We got everything you could possibly need. We're going to take a look ahead at the upcoming NFL week as well. Rookie Ward says, "What's up?" Halil says, "Cavs plus 4.5. Don't hate it." Marlboro guy, like the hat more than I like the product, but I don't mind the product. I'm just, if you look at the decor in my room, good to see you, by the way, Sharp. If you look at the decor in my studio here, I've got a Kurt Vonnegut poster he's smoking. I got the dog smoking behind me, and I got the Marlboro hat. You'd think I'd smoke a lot more than I smoke. I'll say that. But I don't mind a puff. I don't mind a puff here and there. I prefer to be smoking on that Vegas pack. Yesterday we smacked on Monday Night Football. That was a 3.45 unit play to win 3 units, and we just did it. Listen, I'm dropping a bunch of free plays in my Telegram today. Bunch of free plays in the Telegram. Yeah, it's fake, Jason. I have a Telegram. It's War on Vegas. If you want to get all the plays on War on Vegas, shoot me a DM or check my links on any of these accounts. But if someone like cold DMs you, it's a fake account, and there's a bunch of fake accounts, unfortunately. Anyone with, I don't want to be rude, but the people who have got scammed, I mean, come on. Just check my account one time. See if it looks like me. See if it looks like it's me, or see if it's all the posts that I made back to, half a half a month ago. Let me see something. Let me see something here real quick. All right, so we're gonna get into the site. We're gonna answer any questions anyone has about this. They're looking at. Yeah, no, I know, but it's copied. Yeah, do it on Twitter, Ethan. A lot of the fake accounts of me, if you look, it looks like my account, but it looks like my account as of 15 days ago or something. And you'll see plenty of views, but then you look, there's no comments on anything because it's all fake. I know it's tricky and it's super annoying, and TikTok is trash. It like actually moderating frauds. I'll make a video and they'll take it down. I'll say something on live stream and they'll ban my account. I got a 55,000 follower account banned, and yet there are 10,000 follower accounts that are literally impersonating me so they can scam people, and those don't get banned when I report them. It's a fucking joke. Anyway, you guys got the idea. This is my live streaming account, so follow this account if you're here for the daily streams on TikTok. This is where I do it. No KBO right now. We stay KBO for desperate moments. But yeah, this is my live streaming account, so follow this account. I go live here daily. I give out free plays here daily. If you want all my plays every single day, check out the SoBet. Check out my free Telegram. I'm giving away a bunch of plays on the free Telegram today on the Rebet. All that stuff's in my links. If you're on TikTok, just shoot me a DM and I'll get you on there. We're gonna get into the slate. If you're on the Twitter stream, or the YouTube stream, and you can see my screen. You see we're looking through this. Here's what we're gonna do. Charles knows. Mike Tyson lost to a teen Disney star. Yeah, what's left of Mike Tyson? He's fucking 58 years old. I told everyone, take the over 5.5 rounds. Take the fight to go the distance, and we smacked that play. It was easy money, automatic, free. That was literally like a once in a lifetime betting opportunity. Cavs or Celtics? I'm leaning Celtics here. I think the streak comes to an end. Landon's gonna rob me. No offense. Can you talk me through your thought process? Your friend bet on KO. Cavs plus 5.5. It's a secret. Come on, dude. Be a good sport. You don't need to tell me how you're going to do it. I just want to know why you've chosen me, why you think that it's going to pay off to put your efforts towards robbing me. Favorite NBA prop of the day is Ben Simmons over 5.5 assists. Shout out J. Dot. I will say this. Appreciate the files. Run those files up. The more files we get, the more plays I give. J. Dot, the last 2 times he put a play in the chat, it smacked. So I'll say that. I'll say that much. Western Michigan versus Central Michigan football tonight. Yeah. See, Western Michigan is -6 at +100. Central Michigan +6 at -109. The Twitch is Pick'em PD. Everything's Pick'em PD. TikTok, I have a few different accounts, so it's like Pick'em PD with 2 Y's, Return of Pick'em PD, etc. Jake's Locks in the house. Good to see you, bro. Hey, that's another person you should go give a follow. Give a follow to Jake's Locks. He puts out plays daily as well, and they've been smacking. He did it 8 straight days on a ladder. Steal my entire living room by helicopter. That's fucking badass. You deserve. I'll tell you what. If you Oceans 13, I want to say me, and helicopter my living room away, you deserve it. Fair game. I'll tip my cap. If you just like pull a gun on me in the Horford over 8.5 points, Holiday over 7.5 points, Garland 14.5. Don't hate. Yeah, best heist film. That's a great heist film. I like 11, 13, 12. The Italian. I forget if it's the Italian Job or the Italian Heist was pretty great. They don't make great heist movies anymore. They really don't. Inside Man was good. I can't remember the last time a good heist movie came out though. Yeah. Absolutely, Eric. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So all right, to recap real quick, we're gonna get into some more of these plays. If you want the plays, I'm doing a lot of free plays on my Telegram today. I don't have links up on this TikTok. I need 1K. This is just my backup streaming TikTok account, but follow this so I can link you guys to all my stuff. But in the meantime, shoot me a DM here, or just go on Pick'em PD Instagram, shoot me a DM. If you Let me put it this way, if you shoot me a DM on Instagram today, I will link you to the free Telegram, and I'm dropping all my plays in the free Telegram today. It's a little special action, so shoot me a DM on Instagram or check my Instagram links. You'll get in the free Telegram and you'll get the free plays today. We will talk about some of them on here as well, especially if we get more files. I just want to let everyone know how they can get the job done today. All you got to do, go to the Instagram, hit the link, hop in the free Telegram. All right, let's talk about it. So for the Western Michigan, Central Michigan spot, I think it's a tough line. I'm personally staying away. Let's go, Lex. Love to hear it. Arturo, appreciate the file. Keep those files coming. Keep those follows coming. We get to 1K on here, which is like 120 more, and we'll be able to do it. Yeah, Rebet 1200 Rebet. I posted all the plays on Rebet. I linked it in my Telegram, and you get a free $100 bet when you join Rebet. That's in the links as well. Bow. If you need the link, just go to my profile. Click the link tree. You'll see the Rebet for the free $100 bet. You'll see the Telegram for the free plays being dropped. Flynn Bets, appreciate the follow. Yo, Wizard, how? Just check my links on Instagram or shoot me a DM here. Trev said hit the gym. I already did, bro. That's why my back's hurt. Come on. All right, so I'll tell you what I like today. I'll tell you what I like for college football today. Memlets, appreciate the follow. I like Kent State Golden Flashes plus 10.5 against the Akron Zips. Kent State is worse than Akron, but both these teams are bottom feeders. There's not a 10.5 point difference between these teams. There's not a 10 point difference between these teams. There's barely a one score difference. There's more variance. I kind of liked the under a little bit, and I thought about the under. I don't hate the under, but I prefer taking the flashes plus the points. These are teams that have just been getting rolled by better teams, both of them all year long. They've been easy fades, even on giant 30-plus point spreads. Not really any sort of talent on either end. It's just I'm never going to take Akron minus 10.5. That's the biggest part of this. There's no world in which I'm going to take the Zips minus 10.5. I think the Zips are in the legitimate bottom 5% of college football teams. So if we get 10.5 points against them, I understand it's with the Golden Flashes, who are atrociously bad. But if we get 10.5 points against them, we're taking those 10.5 points. I locked that in on Profit X. That's minus 110 that we got that line at. So that's really good value there on Profit X. Locked it in for 1.1 units to win 1 unit. That's Kent State Golden Flashes plus 10.5. Okay? And like I said, I'll say it one more time. Shoot me a DM on Instagram or check my Instagram links to get on the free Telegram and get all the free plays for today. I'm going to, on the Twitter stream, I'm going to reply to the Twitter stream with that link. Just so everybody knows. I'm replying to the Twitter stream. It's Pick'em on everything. Replying to the Twitter stream with the link. It's on my links. Lomar, you're saying you think I put it in wrong on SoBet? Yep, you're right. Thank you for calling it out. All right, cool. Yeah, got it fixed. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, we're doing Kent State plus 10.5. Kent State plus 10.5. The admin team's working overtime today. I had to take down the screen on the Twitter right now so I could get that right. But if you're on the Twitter, I'm gonna link this right now. We're giving away money on Twitter. Listen, it's a lot to keep track of, but I'm giving away money. I'm giving away free plays. I'm doing a lot of freebies today. So check out all my stuff and get involved. That's really what it comes down to. Celtics -5. It's not bad. I'm not touching that as of now. I might look at it a little bit more, but it's not a bad spot. Watson more than 32 attempts. Um, hmm. That's an interesting one. It's tough because they're probably going to be down. They're probably going to be chasing. He's going to have to throw it, but I think it's going to be really tough. Don't worry about the Instagram is Pick 'em Petey. Two Y's, but Pick 'em Petey. You guys smell that burp? Yeah, I think Watson over 32.5 attempts is really borderline. I'm going to think about it more. I'll probably drop my Thursday NFL prop card on Wednesday, so tomorrow. Got to look at it more. We are going to take an early glance at the. I'm not going to talk about Thursday Night Football right now. We're just going to do an early glance. Yeah, that was crazy, Lex. That was crazy. They pulled him at 29. They pulled him at 29. They should have pulled him earlier. You're up 46 points. I mean, I don't know. Because some people got it at 28.5. All right, but so we're doing an early look at the NFL. Almighty Binks, what up? Today we're riding Kent State plus 10.5. Kent State plus 10.5. College football play today. I got a full card on NBA. I'm sharing all the plays for free in my free Telegram. It's in my link, so shoot me a DM. All right, so Bucks are -3.5 against the Giants. Yeah, not bad, Noah. 50 rush plus reception. I'll think about that. But the Bucks are -3.5 against the Giants. The Giants are starting Tommy DeVito. The Bucks have been on a downslide, but it's been a lot of close games. I don't think they're really getting priced the way they should. So even at -3.5 at -140, that's some decent value. If you altered it to -3, it would be massive. So I don't know, but you could even Tampa Bay's got a good offense. They can put up points. I know they're down wide receivers. They can still put up points. The Giants defense, nothing special at all. And the Giants' offense is going to be absolutely horrific. Tommy DeVito was fun last year. It was like a cool little thing if you're Italian or whatever, but he sucks. He sucks at football. All right, Vikings -3 against the Bears. That's an interesting spot. I actually think the Bears might take that. The Bears might take that. We'll see. The Patriots are 7-point dogs against the Dolphins. I do not think they should be getting 7 points against the Dolphins. In fact, I'm just going to sprinkle that right now, more so as a reminder to come hammer it later, potentially. If it gets to 7.5, that would be a hammer job. Drake May's been looking good. The Dolphins' defense is bad. People are high on the Dolphins now because they're looking kind of decent with Tua, but really not that great. Life savings are on Eagles -3, says Chris Kaz. Eagles -3, huh? Against the Rams. You could get them at -2.5 at -114 here on Profit X. Time to ride the Phoenix train. He's not going to be playing next week, is he? I don't think it was interesting to see him move the ball. We don't really get a good idea. He's basically playing against prevent defense. I'm glad we got to see him for a second, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. The Falcons are an interesting team. They've sold the life changing parlay 3 times. We faded them with the Broncos -117 on the money line. They won by like 106, so that was easy money. Um, yeah, the Falcons got to figure it out. They're 6-5 now. The last 2 games offensively they look really bad. Do Herbo, you sent a request. You shouldn't have to request. It's pick a beat. You should get on there immediately, unless you're saying a message request. Yeah, I'm gonna check my Instagram DMs right now. If you message me on Instagram, I'm gonna get you linked to the Telegram right now. Um, yeah, anyone who messages me on Instagram, anyone who messages me on Instagram right now, Pick and Petey, I'm going to send him a link to the free Telegram. So hit me up. All right, moving back to the NFL slate. Back to the NFL slate upcoming week. You got Vikings, Bears. Bears at plus 148 might be a live dog. We'll have to think about it more. Lions minus 7.5 against the Colts. Now we took Colts as dogs last week. 7.5 is tough, but the way the Lions blow teams out, it's really just they keep their foot on the gas. We hammered Lions minus 13.5. You could get the Lions at minus 7 at just minus 115. I'm going to do the same thing as I did before. I'm just going to sprinkle it as a reminder to hammer it later. We'll see. I'm more just flagging it that it may be a worthwhile line. I'll have to look into it more. It's a decent matchup, and they are at Indianapolis, so it's not free, but we'll think about it. Patriots plus 7 against the Dolphins might be decent. We'll have to see about it. Indiana plus 13 against Ohio State is crazy, Lex. The Twitch is pick 'em Petey. The Twitch is pick 'em Petey. Chiefs are minus 10.5 against the Panthers. That half point is annoying. Let's see what it would be altered down to 10. But yeah, I don't see the Chiefs. The Panthers been a little bit better, but the Chiefs coming off their first loss against the Bills, they're going to come in and smack the Panthers. WB, appreciate the follow. Run those follows up. We get 25 more follows. I'll share another free play before we get out of here. So go ahead, run those follows up. Cowboys are plus 10.5 against the Commanders. Damn, these are some big spreads. These are some big spreads. I think the over 46.5 might be the best play on the board in that game. Again, these are just initial reads. We'll get into the lab. I'll put out the whole Sunday slate on Saturday night on SoBet if you want that. But just doing initial reads, 10.5's a lot. But the Cowboys defense is so bad. This is probably Preston. The first free play was Kent State plus 10.5. This is probably a spot we're taking the Commanders team total is going to be the best available spot here. I'm actually going to check that right now. What the Commanders team total over is going to be, because that is likely going to be a lot of value. They're going to put up a massive one. Teaser with the large spreads isn't bad either. But Commanders team totals, we've been smacking. The Cowboys defense, the Cowboys offense is horrible, but Cooper Rush was able to move the ball a tiny bit. They have CeeDee Lamb. The Commanders defense isn't great. This is a spot where even if the Cowboys put up points, or if the Cowboys put up points, or if not, the Commanders will still get theirs. Even when they've started slow, they've still put up a lot of points. So I just want to see what they have the Commanders total at. If it's under 28, it would be a hammer. Yeah, you can get over 27.5 at minus 120. So that's probably going to be a pretty solid play. Brooker, if you're on the Twitch stream, the stream is probably going to be black. Twitter's your best bet. YouTube's your best bet. You'll see the screen when I share my screen, all that. But Twitch is selfish. So when I multi-stream, they actually black out the screen. So it's basically just a radio show. Rexio in the house. Good to see you, bro. So yeah, Commanders team total over 27.5. That's an interesting spot. We're going to have to come back to it. But that's initial leans. That's what we're doing right now. Just initial leans. Texans 7-point favorites against the Titans. Titans are a trash team. They have failed to cover, if my memory serves me, failed to cover a lot of 7+ point spreads. So Texans could be good in this spot. I don't love the Texans. They're out. Diggs. Stroud has, I don't want to say regressed, just been unable to sustain as huge a year as his rookie year was, which was unsurprising. Very much Herbert vibes, very unsurprising. I called this from the beginning. But it's still a good offense. It's still an important game, and the Titans just do not impress me. They're a bad team. They're so bad. The bottom 5 teams in the NFL right now, not in order. The Titans, the Jaguars, the Panthers, the Raiders, and then it's kind of a toss-up between the Giants and the Browns, but I'd say Giants. So yeah, bottom 5 teams in the NFL, I'm going to say not in order again. Giants, Panthers, Jaguars, Titans, Raiders. Browns are probably the 6th worst team. How do I like Steelers team total? We'll look at that in a little bit. Again, in any bets for Celtics game tonight, Not officially. I may do something later, but I wouldn't do that 2-7-4-5. But I'm leaning Celtics to cover. It may be a spot where I take Celtics money line and I add like a small parlay, like a Tatum alt line, points over, just to get me to around -120, -110. But that's my general thoughts on that game. Cards. Seahawks. Seahawks are 1 point favorites. They're home. It's basically a pick 'em. I kind of lean Cards, but yeah, Cards coming off a bye. Jansen, I am. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well as well. And then you got Eagles -2.5 against the Rams on Sunday Night Football. That's just a perfect spot for some trappy nonsense. It's gonna be a long time before I figure out my play for that. And then Monday Night Football, Ravens Chargers. Ravens -2 in this spot. -2.5, -3. That's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. That could have MVP implications. I know right now it's Allen, then Lamar, and then everyone else kind of tails off a little bit. We'll talk MVP implications in a second. That's right, Ron Pav. That's right. Um, yeah. So there's another thing. I tweeted about this. So drop some comments if you have any thoughts on that on my Twitter. You can drop your comments now. I'm just saying, but these are the 2024 MVP odds right now, and I had some thoughts. So Allen's +150, Jackson's 200, Goff 600, Hurts is +1200, Mahomes 1300, Kyler 1500, Burrow 2000, Justin Herbert 2000, and I don't really care about anyone after that. Okay. So obviously, Allen or Jackson, there's no value. If you take Josh Allen or Jackson, you get 2-1, +150. Like, I love Allen. I'm a Bills fan. I hope he wins MVP, but there's no world in which +150 is a good price to take any MVP after 11 weeks. Taking an MVP after 11 weeks at +150 is a bad decision 99% of the time. He would have to have like 35 touchdowns and 3,500 passing yards, like beyond record setting paces, for it to be worth an MVP at +150 at this point. So, again, and I agree. Same thing with Lamar. Very good chance of winning MVP. 2-1 is trash value. Goff at +600 is interesting. One of the things that benefits Goff is the fact that Dan Campbell loves to beat up on teams late in games, so that helps him pat some stats. Pat some stats. The way the NFC is shaping up, though, there's definitely a world in which the Lions are benching their starters for 1, maybe even 2 weeks. I don't know that Dan Campbell would like to bench people for 2 weeks prior to having a bye. So I don't really see that, but there's definitely a world in which Goff sits a game. Now, that's also possible for Mahomes. It's possible for Allen. It's probably not possible for Jackson the way their record is right now, but it's just something to consider. So +600 on Goff isn't bad. Hurts is +1200, but I don't think he has any shot at winning MVP. So many things would need to happen, and I just don't see it. Mahomes at +1300. We can write it off. I know he's favored, whatever. His numbers are atrocious. There's no world. Even if they go 16-1, they go 16-1, then that means that he probably sits the final week. So he plays 6 more games. His numbers are trash. He threw another couple picks against the Bills. His numbers aren't there. He has no shot. Murray at +1500 is sneaky. His numbers are strong. I don't know that he'll get his team to the playoffs likely. If they win the division, he absolutely balls out for the final 7 games. There's a chance 15-1's like kind of fair, but Burrow at +2000 is interesting because his numbers are probably the best in the NFL, but they're 4-7. His numbers are best in the NFL. There's a good chance he could lead the league in passing yards and passing touchdowns. But it's a very low chance they make the playoffs. So if I were to do Burrow, I would sprinkle Burrow. I would parlay it with the Bengals to make the playoffs. And let me just see what kind of odds we would get on that. It's not worth it right now. But I would do that for like a tenth of a unit. And then Herbert at +2000 is good. Herbert number. Let me look at exactly at his stats right now. But Herbert's numbers are very strong. And the team, they're not going to win the division because they're in the Chiefs conference, but they definitely are a playoff team. They should definitely get a wild card. He has 2,200 passing yards. He has 13 touchdowns and only 1 pick. Odds checker is pretty good. Crash out Dre. Odds checker is pretty good. That's in my links. That's what I use the most. Some of the basic stats I'll just get off ESPN or NFL.com or whatever. But odds checker for both betting stats and lines and line movement and so on. So yeah, you got Herbert at 2,200 passing yards, 13 picks, 1 TD. It's not enough to win MVP, but if he balls out for 7 games, he finishes with, let's say, 3,800 passing yards, 3,800 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, 3 picks. There's a case. There's a case. So at plus 2,000, I think it's worth it. It's worth a small sprinkle, maybe a quarter unit. Hurts MVP just isn't happening. I don't get how. Like let's look at his stats. 12 touchdowns, 5 picks. Now I know he's rushed in a bunch from the one, but 12 touchdowns, 5 picks. What are people 2,200 yards? But he has better odds than Herbert. He has better odds than Herbert. The team is positioned to win the division. They could go like 14-3 and win the division. That looks great. And the QB of a top NFC team, obviously. There's something there, but I just don't see it. I don't see it even at plus 1,200. I don't see it being worthwhile at all. I think he finishes the season with probably like 20 passing touchdowns and 8, 9 picks, 10 picks, and then rushes in a bunch of 1-yard touchdowns. All right, guys, that's about it for today. If you shoot me a DM on Instagram, I'll link you to the free Telegram. I'm dropping a bunch of free plays in there all day today. So do that. Get involved. Come ride with me. Let's lock in. Let's have another huge day. Follow this account for the daily live streams on TikTok. Love all you except for the ones I hate. Cheers.